Here I am again, Af and Show, with the last 1v1 match of the night anyway. I believe there still might be some matches that Bragan has to get that are still outstanding from the group stage, but this one here should be a doozy. We've got in Group D, I believe, C or D. Which one has these two? It is Group D, yes. The Wolf versus Filthy Kaniggit. Again, continuing our group stage of the 1v1 tournament. So let's jump right into this one. Again, it should be a real good one from these two veterans. And thank you to Sandal for casting.
Are you casting?
Turn down the game volume a little bit.
Alright, so I'm not gonna mute voice chat or anything. Still talk.
So it sounds like they're not going to mute the voice chat, so we might be able to hear banter back and forth between two of them. Great quality video, that's for damn sure. Just a little more. Even aura start, Wolf has environmental in hand. Filthy, known for his pressure as well, might be in the Wolf's face sooner rather than later. But Wolf at least does have an attack to back himself up, no defense as of yet to speak of, but looks like an erase in hand. But Filthy himself is not in the Wolf's face. Ooh, Wolf with, oh, that's great. Jump, Bloody Ritual hits. Timely. Prevents the environmental from being hung up in that spot. Wolf's going to have to go back and dig if he wants to put that up there. Filthy, known for his Bloody Ritual decks. This is not out of his wheelhouse. I have been hit by those very, very many times. Not a fun time. But Wolf managed to get away from that Bloody Ritual. Should be able to cartwheel back up to his base at this point. Filthy to this point has lost 4 health throwing the rituals out there. Does Wolf have aura at his base? He's got one piece. The flame sword misses both chances. I'm not sure if Wolf is walking them or if his defense is getting him out of the way. The Psycho Knife comes through. Third aura capsule hits. Bloody Ritual misses yet again. Filthy's down to 11 health. Does Wolf have enough aura now to hang this environmental, whatever it might be? It looks like Filthy is not going to be concerned about throwing these Bloody Rituals out and eating that damage in the meantime. So, Wolf thinking about it. And again, Filthy not in his face with the pressure. This may not be a Dance of Death deck. It might be strict Bloody Ritual. And I forget what the follow-up is for that usually. Was that a joke? Or judge? Probably joke, if anything. Didn't hit, so we won't know. But he's cutting Wolf off from his skills, which is pretty big. Notably, Wolf did also drop the jump, so he can't hang the environmental. At least no place that I'm aware of as a cartwheeler. It may be one of those instances that we've seen before earlier in these other casts tonight where the person with the environmental simply puts it down in his base and makes the other person fight through them to get to it. Filthy now down to 2 health after missing each and every one of these jokes. That one, ooh, it does hit for 3. So that might not be Joke of Anubis if it only did 3 damage. Not sure what it is then. Yeah, couldn't tell you what that skill is. Like I said, don't play Faith. Not my cup of tea. So I'll let you all yell at me in the comments. But out of all those very highly tracking attacks, Wolf has only been hit by 1 Bloody Ritual and 1 of whatever the fuck that is. Filthy still throwing them, not costing him health, so that's going to keep him on the offensive. Even if it is just for 3 at a time. Again, Wolf doing a severely good job. Oh, he does have jump still. I thought jump was a yellow. Interesting. The environmental is still in hand. Let's see if he gets a chance to lay it down. Going for the hang spot. That's going to be close. Does hit, but he'll take that 3
And he gets it off.
to see if this environmental might actually...
Really?
Okay. There we go. The reduced entropy comes out. We heard Filthy say really. That might have just killed his deck. Let's see if he has anything to combat the environmental or anything else to counteract the reduced entropy.
And you're gonna pop shit.
Yeah, Diabolical Trick comes out. Looks like Filthy doesn't have a response. But 10 skills left. That's a lot of time left to get through it. And 9. Filthy not willing to just jump off like we saw Spidey do earlier. He might wait around and see if he can grab something in the meantime that might help him out. Maybe he knows there's something in his deck that we don't know about.
Sorry about that. There was this one that I wanted to try.
Well, he didn't care about that one either, so down to 5. That might just be it for Filthy.
The only thing I could have done was a bloody ritual. I overrode it because I'm a nice guy.
So Filthy was saying that the only thing he could have done was Bloody Ritual. It looks like he might have dropped that one already. Unless, no, Bloody Ritual costs more than 3, I believe. I thought that was a 2 cost skill. Was that an... Rian comes out at the last second. He's firing those off like his life depends on it, and it does. He's got 3 health left to throw this. Oh no, he lost the Rian at the last second, down to 3 defenses. So, valiant final gasp there from Filthy, but does get popped out by the Wolf on Palace, and that is 1-0 to the Wolf. +1 fort. Alright, this is Sandal's deck. That's right.
Yep.
Looks like we're going to Highway. Nothing banned early on. Oops, that one went toward Wolf. Thankfully it doesn't hit. Unless that one did hit. That might have been something else. We'll see if they feel like restarting if that was the scream that hit. They're not saying anything, so it may have just been Filthy throwing stuff out there. He is in his face right now. Might have been a Psycho Knife. And that may be a sword of some sort. Yeah, there we go. I think that's Blazing Sword. No, Flame Sword. And Wolf has no defense, and he's backed into a corner, and Filthy is manualing slide lasers. Andy has a sword in hand. Yeah, Wolf is absolutely in a terrible situation right now. His base is in this corner. Filthy's just in his face with 4 attacks. Looks like the flame sword, the slide laser, Psycho Knife. No, Wolf has a Mistblade, looks like. Or Laser Blade. What is that one again? And there's the Rapid Cannon as well. Well balanced hand from Filthy with the mid, melee, and long range, just to cover his options. Still taking damage though. The Wolf has the Tiger Strength at the very least. Not quite out of it yet. Is that a Purify that came out? Didn't matter because it's Tiger Strength. His own slide laser. Dual slides here. Dual slide like a cell phone from 2003. Shoutouts to my old viewers, that's all of us now at this point, right? Except for what, like Miles? I think Miles is the youngest person we have playing for us. We're all ancient. Anyway, heat on Filthy. Rapid Cannon's out. Ooh, 1, 2, and 3 hits. That'll be 1-1 Filthy. And this video goes to number 2. Cut the volume on this one down to Again, that's 1-1 Filthy and Nathan after the pretty quick highway battle. Filthy able to get a lot of pressure very early on, and Wolf didn't quite have an answer for it. Take that back. He had an answer, but not enough to stave off the attack from Filthy. Uh, Wolf with an Enviro in hand and a Tiger Strength. I'm going to guess that's an Opti. I'm going to guess it's a Ricochet Laser. Prove me wrong. Filthy's got 4. Nobody moving in just yet, so Wolf still has some time to set up. Since this is Pano, I'm gonna guess there's a Dance of Death coming out. Oh, but Wolf with the Hyper Kick. Okay, that's some little bit of shift in meta for him. Good to see, more so than just the Photon Burst or Photon Wave. The Hyper Kick comes out.
The purples and the reds kind of look very similar to me.
No, I got one purple.
Couldn't quite make out what they were talking about. Wolf with the early aggression here.
Still much better with hyper kick than 2 at once.
Again, not sure how effective he'll be at landing these with the roller in play. Or is the Guy and Sisters jump? I think the Guy and Sisters jump. That's right, but Filthy, a melee expert himself, is able to just walk those since he doesn't have enough ore to throw 2 anyway. There's our level amp. We have enough for the Opti. Oh, pinned down. And a Hyper Key Bullet.
That's fun.
It's an expensive combo for 3 damage, but it does get Filthy to the first shot of the match. Wolf considering the Opti. That will make it easier for the pin downs to get thrown out. That's a lack. Hits. Filthy, known for the lacks for sure. Don't know if that attack was essential to the Wolf's plan. But he's got another yellow in hand. Again, of course, the environmental's still sitting there. Waiting to see what he does with it. Filthy has no defenses. But Wolf is not threatening. That was probably a dance. By the sounds of it. Maybe I do know the sounds of some of them. As a user of the Dance of Death myself, I'm a little bit familiar with it. There's our Opti. The pin down lands. Filthy's getting there. Dance for 14. He was waiting for the environmental to get laid down. But the ricochets are out. Already 8 damage down on Filthy, so even though the deficit's huge, the setup might have been worth it. The pin downs are going to be tough. He's not close enough to get there in time for the dance. So it's going to be interesting to see how he responds. But he does. No, that's right. Filthy has a key bullet still. So interesting. So that the pin down was too much. He didn't like it. And if he was to get the pin down, even from a range, the key bullet would have finished the match. This looks like he's using the pin down as a defensive mechanism too, to keep the ricochets off his back. But the +2 Ricos are out and in full effect. And a really bad set of those could take Filthy down to maybe even 6 health. Wolf doing a good job keeping his distance so he doesn't get punched in the face. But again, the pin down is keeping him a little bit off balance in terms of what he might want to do mobility wise. Down to 4 damage, just like that. Unbelievable. And we have essentially a tie game. That Dance with a tough time hitting, and these ricochet lasers are everywhere, and that's game 2 to the Wolf. 2-1.
Yeah, he did.
Hard fought match, really hard fought match. Could have gone either way towards the end there. The pin down meta, that's a new one out of Filthy. I've never seen him use that before. And it was to great effect early on. Hit the initial Dance of Death for 14.
Join your group, get in a tournament.
Wolf is telling our new friend Gorlock 420, which again, brand new player that I've never seen before, to join the group and get in the tournament. Which, great advice, super good advice. If you're watching this and you're not a part of the Facebook group, somehow, some way, join the damn Facebook group. We do a lot of cool shit there.
Yep.
But I'm probably just preaching to the choir. Who knows? Alright, game 4. Again, it's 2-1. We're here on Refinery. Filthy with the environmental. I'm gonna guess that is reduced entropy. If not that, maybe the not starting point. Unison, perhaps, to keep the confused gravity off of the wolf. Or make sure he can't land it, rather. That'll be interesting to see. I don't know that I've ever seen Filthy ever actually use an environmental before. So, yeah, this is going to be... Never mind, he drops it, overwrites it, rather. I'm going to turn up the game volume a little bit. That was a straight blaster. No. Yeah. Blaster with +2. Tiger Slayer comes out.
See, that's the
Got dual Tiger Strengths. The blaster hit Filthy. Threw the Tiger Slayer right back, ate up one of Wolf's attacks. Oof.
Ouch.
Photon Wave. Luckily, Wolf did fall off too, so that's a big bunch of damage right away. Huge damage. But Wolf knows it's there now. He's got 2 defenses. He's going to want to keep his distance still. Only has, I believe, a blaster at this point. Tries to manual it. Gets it taken away. The erase shell takes away the photon wave. So again, a nice little scrap. Vacuum wall takes the blaster away. This is really, really fast-paced and heated start to this matchup. A lot of damage, a lot of erase defenses, a lot of skills burned through already. 17 and 16 respectively. I think both have Tiger Strength still in hand. That's the Wolf, and there's Filthy's. Not sure what either of them are running just yet. That's a slide laser. Breaking down the terrain. You could eventually get an angle there. Filthy content to stay put for the time being. Just noticed the Opti was down. Maybe that was... Ooh, god damn it. That was Memory of Battle for 8.
That is a good one.
With the Opti down, that was essential, and that makes it a 2-2. Going to game 5. Super classy finish there. On to lane.
Alright, so we're good? We're ready?
Great series so far. Super entertaining, really hard fought. A lot of action, a lot of skill and technique being shown by both players. Nail-biter coming down to the finish here. Just goes to show that even with players who are not still in second round play, there's a lot to still play for just in terms of pride and just putting on a good showing for the viewers and for themselves. That being said, we've got 6 and 6 with a heat on Filthy, defenses and attacks in both hands, and Wolf with a yellow. I'm not going to hazard a guess on what that is just yet. If it was a stat, I imagine it would have been used, so I'm going to guess anyway, I guess. I'm thinking dash. Oof, charged particle with the +1 goes through the terrain. That's going to be especially ugly on this map where you can't really see it coming. But again, the Wolf knows it's coming now, so he might listen for it more than anything else. He ought to be okay from now on. I expect that Filthy won't use it again for quite some time, if he does it again at all. Just to keep the Wolf off balance. There's an Enviro in Wolf's hands. It's confused gravity. It manages to walk that charged particle and block that one. Perhaps lucky timing on the first. Oof. Memory Battle there doesn't land. This may be the same deck from the Refinery round. Oh, that might be Compressor actually, not Memory of Battle. He's got nothing but attacks in hand. The +1 does
Only
that much
shield
more
doesn't
damage.
Stop me right now.
I like how you say right now.
Neither one appears to be too affected by the confused
+1
gravity.
I could do more.
I'm gonna guess that is Compressor.
Dazzle! Got a
Dazzle
point.
for 1 damage.
Got a point.
The dazzle knocked Filthy out of the air, it looks
Ouch.
like. Charged particle goes through the
Yeah.
environment once again. That's the second one of those that's hit. And with the +1, that's 10 health down.
Man, I have to go get a shield.
Filthy to this point has taken 1 point of fall damage. Dazzle comes out,
I hit all. Right.
wondering if Wolf has a bravery deck going on here. Doesn't feel like a bravery deck, but the dazzle says otherwise.
Oh, wow.
Filthy moving in. Does pick up a defense. That charged particle walked. Wolf saw it coming. Has the dazzle ready to go. Misses twice.
Don't like
Filthy picks up the environmental.
No, I fucked up, man, big time.
Wolf saying he might have made a mistake there. Not sure what that could have been. I don't think he overrode a skill.
that. I know.
Bravery decision.
There's the bravery.
See how I had to go?
But he's still got way too many skills. He's got to start burning through here to get to the railgun, which I'm assuming is in
12
hand.
aura. Not supposed to have 12 aura on a bravery deck.
Slide, slide, slide from Filthy. Doesn't have the angle. Wolf probably using some of the lovely, copious terrain here on lane. So he's trying to get through those last 2 skills to get onto bravery. Yeah, I think I heard Filthy or Sandal in the background saying that's a lot of aura for a bravery deck. Can't argue with that, but one more skill and he's ready to go. He eats 2 rapid cannons along the way.
First,
The skill in hand may be a railgun, and we might have a cluster bomb in hand now. Let's see what he does under the slide laser pressure. Wolf moving in,
I
gets
believe
hit
that
by another
hit.
one. One shut down, and that puts him
that was the
down at
worst
the last
fucking,
second.
decision I
That's a
ever.
3-2
That,
for Filthy
that came out
Kaniggit.
pretty shitty for you, man. I gotta admit.
And good sportsmanship at the end there from all players involved. Again, that's Filthy over the Wolf in a 3-2 for Group D. Group D. And that's my last cast for the night. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you in the second round of the 1v1 tournament.